Let's see how profound the meaning is. Shree Hay Ru Ka. The 4 syllables are there. And so how it is explained here is Hay Ru Ka Shri. Shri you put last. And so look at the meaning. It's so profound. So finally what we learned is that where there's a conception of objective reality, we're in samsara. Where the conception of objective reality dissolves, we're in nirvana. You getting it? So, and then say how much you dissolve this conception of objective reality. Partially, nirvana. Completely, Buddhahood. Partially is person nirvana. And then the complete is a full awakening. Full awakening is Buddhahood. So let's see that the meaning. Hay Ru Ka Shri. Hay Ru, of course, the Buddha's name is Shree Hay Ru Ka, but how that is explained here is Hay Ru Ka Shri. And to understand this, what we need to know is that what traps us in samsara? Nobody is trapping us in samsara. Our mind fools us. Our mind fools us. We studied this morning. You remember that? Our mind fools us. How the mind fools us? Our mind creates the dream. The self-grasping ignorance, like the dreaming mind, it creates the dream of objective reality. Wherever you look at, you see things objective real. Okay, how many of you see things objective real? Raise hands. Okay, when do you see that? When do you shut off that off? When do you shut that off? Seeing objective reality? Micah? When do you shut off? I see. When do you do that? Once in a while. Okay. Since childhood? No. No, subjecting things to ultimate analysis. When did you start to do? Okay. When did you come to know about Arya Nagarjuna's teachings? Okay, so before that you may be doing naturally from a past life. We never know. Yeah. Okay. We never know. Okay, so basically, when do we see things objective real? In the daytime or in the night time? Huh? All the time. Which means that our mind is busy, right? No objective existence, but our mind is projecting objective existence 24 hours, 24/7, right? Which means that our mind never gets rest, right? It's busy working. There's no objective reality, objective, 24/7. That must be the most effective projector in the world. A movie projector, right? But the regular movie projectors, they break down so easily, right? How many of you watched movie in the movie not in the movie theater? Raise hands. Again, and did you ever come across a situation where the movie projector stops, meaning that it malfunctions? Yes. Okay, maybe the younger ones never stopped. Movie projector never broke down. Never broke down, huh? Broke. Okay. When I was little meaning that most of you are not born, right? Okay. Okay. So when I was very little, age 5, 6, 7, 8, into school, so we get the chance to watch movie in the hall, school hall, once in a month. Once in a month. That was the most exciting day. I won't say exciting, most happy day. Besides the Tibetan New Year and His Holiness's birthday. These 2 days, and then the founding ceremony of the school, 3 days. Besides these three, watching the movie. That is the happy day. But most happy day, but too much of mental unhappiness. You know why? Because the movie projector breaks down in 5 minutes, every 5 minutes it breaks down. It must be very old or donated one. Right? Donation usually is not really. It's really donated, maybe donated. Right? And then who are the people who show the movie? The schoolboys. Schoolboys. And they're schoolboys. They're not professional. So they cut the film, they attach it, and how long it will take to fix it. And then we have to wait. And again, 5 minutes, I can break down. Oh, right. And then this is not the only story. Particularly at times of the Tibetan New Year, the movie, there is one highlights of the day, and the power cut, whole day power cut. So the people who are from who are managing the electricity per house, that is not the school, somewhere else. They know there is the ceremony is happening there, they cut it. So they will come down to pay some money, right? Oh, okay, why is it? Okay, so let's say that this is how our mind projects things. So what happens is that our mind projects things, and this projection, say the mind projects, let's say, say the mind projects the movie. This is the movie. This is the mind. Mind projects the movie. So we see that you believe that the object exists objectively because the mind projects it as object real. And not only you believe the object is object real, you also believe that the mind which projects the movie is also object real. So in your mind you have the object as object real and the subject as object real. You getting it? Subject, who's the subject? Your own mind, and you as a person. You as a person, you as the person is object real, and then I interact with the outside phenomena other than I interact with the world. So the phenomena as object real and I as the person is object real. So these are two misconceptions. The two misconceptions come together, then the sound of misery is erupt. Right? The two misconceptions come together and the sound of misery is erupt. So this is how all miseries happen. So now our job is to see that, say that the phenomena with which this I interact, this phenomenon is illusional. Of the two, what is this? 2 or 3 or 1 or what? How many things? 2 hands. 2 is duality, right? Duality. Now, say you see that the phenomena with which I interact, this phenomena is object, this phenomena is dreamlike. You're getting solidification dissolves. Now how many left? 1. So this is what they say, the 1 is left. So the duality dissolves. You getting it? Only 1 is left. 1 is not duality. They here the duality dissolves. So there are many traditions who say that when only the subject is left, the object dissolves. This is known as a non-duality. But this is one understanding of non-duality. Now here, not only the object dissolves, even the subject also dissolves. So what is left now? Nothing is left there. That non-duality is way more profound than the duality with only one thing left. You're getting it? Duality, the dissolving duality, there are 2 forms. One is, of the 2, one dissolves, the phenomena dissolve, phenomena with which the person interacts dissolve. So what is left? 1 is left. That is non-duality. One understands non-duality. Then here, it tells us not only that the object dissolves, the object is seen as illusion, even the subject is also illusion-like dissolves. What is left? Nothing is left there. This is a very profound, ultimate understanding of non-duality. You're getting it? So where the single thing is, where the subject is left and the non-duality, that is said to be non-duality, non-dual, this is something which is accepted by some of the Buddhist schools and many of the non-Buddhist schools. The acceptance of non-duality, in ways the object dissolves and the subject is left, and describe that as non-duality, is accepted by some of the Buddhist schools as well, and many of the non-Buddhist schools. They also talk about the non-duality in that sense. But here, it describes not only the object dissolves into dreamlike, even the subject is seen as dreamlike and dissolves in the eyes of ultimate analysis. So what is left? Nothing is left in the eyes of ultimate analysis. Don't say that nothing exists. You're getting nothing exists in the eyes of ultimate analysis. So there, both dissolve. Then it becomes extremely profound experience. Okay, now look. How many steps? Hay Ru Ka Shree. 4 steps are there. Okay, now see. See. 1, what happened? Object, subject. Object means the phenomena with which the person interacts. Object dissolves. Step 1. Then the person as the subject dissolves. Step 2. Now what is left? Total non-duality is left. That is step 3. Number 3. That's step 4. Who understands this? Who understands this, the non-duality? Your wisdom understands this. Even this wisdom, which understands this non-duality, is non-dual with the non-duality. Even this wisdom, which understands the non-duality, understands this non-duality in a non-dual form with the non-duality as its object. Let me repeat it. Even this wisdom, which sees the sees the non-duality in a non-dualistic way. It is non-dual with the it is non-dualistically, is non-dual with the wisdom sees the non-duality in a non-dualistic way. You're getting it? Okay, so now let's go. Hay Ru Ka Shree. What is the step 1? Where the phenomena with which the person interacts dissolve. That is Hay. Hay is the substance of phenomena. Number 2. What is number 2? The subject. The person is the subject dissolves. Ru. Ru is the substance of person. You getting it? Then the Ka. What is left? Non-duality is left. That non-duality is the Ka, represented by Ka. And who sees this non-duality? Shree. The wisdom. The wisdom which sees this non-duality in a non-dualistic form, in a non-dualistic way, this is the Shree. You getting it? Shree Hay Ru Ka. So it's so profound. If you can really understand it, just recite this and stay in this experience. It leaves just a perfect imprint within the mind to get away from all the tears of samsara and get away from all the mental defilements and awaken your Buddha nature fully. This is so precious. Okay, let's read this together. So when you do this at the Shree Hay Ru Ka, we fold our hands with respect. Shree Hay Ru Ka, Shree Hay Ru Ka, Shree Hay Ru Ka. Hay is the substance of phenomena, emptiness of the mind, which is the source of everything, as it is imputed of causal nature. Ru is the substance of the person, the emptiness of the self, that is fabricated by birth of conceptual thought that grasps at the self of person. Ka is the ultimate reality, the absence of the dissonant duality of subject and object. Shree is the non-dual exalted wisdom, which abides in congruence with the emptiness of the object. This is the meaning of Evam. Okay, good. Okay, we continue reading from where we left this morning. Okay, we are on page 28, page 6, verse number 28. 세대나 뒤쳐가지고 원 직시가 되다. Okay, we're on page 6, verse number 28. Okay, it reads Brahma. Brahma is something which you find mentioned in the Buddhist texts, in the Hindu texts. Jain texts, I have no clue, I have no idea about Brahma. But in Buddhist texts, yes. In those days, there's no one tradition. Hinduism is more like, say, the Samkhya, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, then what else? Vedanta, Charvaka, Nyaya, Charvaka, Samkhya, Mimamsa. So there are several of these traditions there. So there, the concept of Brahma is there. In Buddhism also there's a concept of Brahma. Some of these traditions, for them the Brahma is very important. Brahma is like the creator of the universe. Whereas in Buddhist context, he's not the creator, but he is in the first form realm. The form realm, the first form realm. We talk about the three realms of samsara. What are they? Desire realm, form realm, and formless realm. Three. Of the three, in the second one, form realm. In the form realm, the Brahma is there. And then why some of the traditions believe that the Brahma is the creator of the universe. So the legend has it that, the first in this place, the Brahma was miraculously born there. And he was born, and then he felt that, okay, I'm alone, right? And in some of the concepts of the creator God, in some of the concepts, not all, some of the concepts, the creator God, he felt a little lonely, right? And I need more people around me. Then he created, right? Okay. Adam and Eve, I don't know why he created it. I don't know what made him to create. Is it because that he felt lonely, or what? Why he created that? I don't know. But some legends, the traditions who believe in creator God, they create this concept. So the Brahma was born in the first form realm. He was alone and said that, why not only me? Why only me? And then he just in his mind he thought that, why only me? Then the other Brahmas, they also come into existence. Oh yeah, I thought of others accompanying me, and they just came up. So I created them, and they also had the feeling that, oh, we are created by him. So the concept of the creator came into existence. Okay, to what extent that is true? Right, that is all we have to realize clairvoyance. Till we have the clairvoyance, we cannot read it. This is personal view. This is all what you find in the Buddhist texts, and how to evaluate that. This is something that I would say that the real evaluation, it depends on that we have to have the real experience, this meditative experience, where you can see what's happening in the form and formless realm. Only then you can decide that what is said there in the text is true. Okay, to be very objective. Now, whatever is the case, first level of the form realm. Yeah, within that, there are the Brahma is one of them. So Brahma realm, and the Brahma is considered as very important. And then the first Brahma is known as the Great Brahma, Sangchen, Sangbachimbo. Great Brahma, Sangchen, Sangbachimbo. So this, and in fact, that's very interesting. This Brahma had actually a conversation with one Arahat. With one Arahat. And Arahat was asking, was the Great Brahma, he was taken as, he thought that he is the creator, and all the others, they thought that he created them, and he thought that he created them. And then there was the dialogue happening. So these dialogues are there, right? That's very interesting. Okay, so what Brahma said is considered as very authentic, very standard. So now Arya Nagarjuna is analyzing that. Brahma and so on. Okay, we need a little bit of translation, the modification here. And just make it like what Brahma and so on of the world. So of the world proclaimed. What Brahma and so on of the world proclaimed as so real, comma. The rest of the words which I did not read, just underline them. It was a little bit of the translation modification. What Brahma and so on of the world proclaimed as so real, comma, then third line. Even add this, even they are said to be false to the noble ones. Noble one meaning Arya beings. Arya beings. Full stop, or the semicolon. Other than that, what more is left? Okay, what is being said here is that usually in the conventional sense, what Brahma said is considered very authentic, very serious. For example, like say what UNO said is taken very seriously. Likewise, what Brahma said is considered very serious. But Arya Nagarjuna is saying that what Brahma and so on of the world proclaimed, they said that this is this, the A is B, and so forth. Whatever is said is considered as so real. But for even these which are considered so real, they are said to be false to the Arya beings. What means Arya beings? Arya beings are those who are the ones with the best of the ultimate analysis. Arya beings with the best of the ultimate analysis. In the ultimate analysis, even what the Brahma said is just like illusion. There's nothing objective real. Even what the Brahma said is very authentic. For example, like, say, conventionally speaking, say the COVID-19, although the COVID vaccines are a little controversial, I personally would say that the COVID vaccine is so beneficial, to be very honest. Although there are many these stories of controversy there, yes, the companies, what they were doing, these are all questionable. But overall speaking, from my assessment, the vaccines really helped the world. It saved the world. Although vaccine has some repercussions there. Some repercussions. So whatever is the case, what I'm saying is that generally speaking, so with regard to the let's say the medical things, if WHO said something, that should be considered as very standard. So likewise, what Brahma said is considered very standard. But even what Brahma said falls under which category? Conventional truth, ultimate truth. What Brahma said? Conventional truth. So if that is subject to ultimate analysis, you will see that even they're also empty of objective reality. So who are the noble ones? Who are the Arya beings? Arya beings are those people who see emptiness directly, who have the best of the ultimate analysis, who see emptiness directly. So in their eyes, all these conventional truths are seen as like illusion. So even they, meaning even the words of Brahma, they are said to be false to the Arya beings. If that is the case, then what is mentioned of the words of the other people, they are all the illusion-like. 29. The world blinded by ignorance follows. Okay, this is all English typo. The world blind by ignorance follows. S is missing. After the current of desire. The wise say the world blind by ignorance. Ignorance meaning world blinded by the self-grasping ignorance, sees things object real, then go to chase that. Or follow after the current of desire. Okay. Say in the dream you dream of a cheesecake, and then you go to follow that. You go to chase it, right? You go to chase it, right? Oh yeah, how many of you are really fond of cheesecake? Raise hands. How many are fond of cheesecake? Jimela? No, real. You don't. So, you don't like cakes. What do you like? What do you like? You like momos? Football. Eatable? Momos. Okay, there's hot momos there, veg momos, right? Not non-veg. Veg momos there. And then the Jimala is chasing, right? In the dream, chasing. The moment you wake up, do you continue to chase? No, you stop chasing. Why? Yes. So what I see is not real. It was just all what my mind created. It's like illusion, right? So when we realize that these are all, so this is something which I would say that all of us to experiment it. Say something which you are so fond of, and try to see the emptiness of that. Of course, it depends on what degree, what level of understanding of emptiness you have. If the emptiness, you just try to see that on the level of atoms. Ask yourself, where's the momo, where's the cheesecake, where is this, that, and so forth. And then the moment you see that it's not really there, what is your emotional reaction? Just see that. Just see that. And even if it does not happen, don't worry. This should happen, it'll take a little time. Over time, you see that our mind, say which was going after the object like this, seeing that it's empty of objective reality, that mind withdraws, gradually withdraws. Naturally. You don't put effort, oh no, this is dream, I should not follow that. You don't do that. The moment you see that it is actually not really there from the object, your mind naturally pulls back, it withdraws. Just see that. This is amazing. If you see that, then you will realize that real Dharma practice is where you don't have to force, it happens naturally. But of course, we have to put effort to understand what emptiness is. Once you get a little glimpse of emptiness, then naturally the mind pulls back, withdraws, and mind feels the peace. Okay. And compassion is very different. It's a very different practice. But the compassion, it is this very different practice. It's very powerful, particularly the Bodhicitta practice, and this will change the situations. The wisdom of emptiness will dissolve the situation. The Bodhicitta will not dissolve the situation, it will change the situation. Will make the war zone as a, they say peace zone, right? Say a very angry, grumpy person as smiling. This is Bodhicitta's work. And wisdom emptiness will dissolve it, right? So Bodhicitta cannot dissolve it, will simply change it. It's beautiful. We require both. Dissolve it, the fear dissolves. Change it from the anger, simply the mind spreads, it embraces. The wisdom of emptiness not embrace, Bodhicitta will embrace. And yet the wisdom of emptiness is so fearless, because it dissolves everything, right? Even the worst of the situation we can dissolve. So nothing can create fear in that. Everything can be dissolved. This is amazing. So these two work very differently. Okay. Which verse are we reading? 29. Okay. The world blinded by ignorance follows after the current of desire. The wise were excellent. The wise, meaning who sees the emptiness of objective reality. The wise were excellent in ways of seeing the reality as it is, are free of craving. Because they see that nothing is really from the object, the mind automatically pulls back from the craving. The mind feels rest. How can these two be equal at all in virtue? Meaning that, say, those in the dream engage in virtue. Coming out of the dream, engaged in virtue. So, the two, there's a difference there. What's the difference? The one is in the dream, engaged in virtue. Oh, the poor person, I like to, help. And then the waking up, you do virtue. So the one in the dream, in the conventional sense, in the dream you do virtue, you believe that the other person is real. Real, so that your virtue is tainted by the ignorance. But as you wake up, it's not affected by the dream. What you do, the virtue is pure, in the conventional sense. So likewise, the virtue done by the beings who see things as object real, versus virtue done by the Arya beings who see things as empty of object reality, the virtue is very different. There is no comparison between the two virtues. So, how can these two be equal at all? At all in virtue. This should be added. In virtue. This is missing. How can these two be equal at all in virtue? In accumulation of virtue. Okay, next. Okay. The wisdom of emptiness. Generally speaking, it is advised not to teach emptiness directly. You're getting it? People can easily fall into nihilism. And even the Buddha remained silent for 49 days. You're getting it? Okay, so therefore, why? Because people can easily fall into nihilism. Right? And this actually happened to me also. After studying all these things, if everything is mentally imputed, then, so all these misconceptions, actually falling into nihilism happens. So therefore, we really need incredible great care, because the people are taught emptiness, follow nihilism, and then stop there, and then they may, whole life they will be they're drowned in nihilism. This is very dangerous. So what I would suggest is all of us say after this class, don't just say that I've got emptiness. You're getting it? We never know what the experience is. Most likely it can fall into nihilism. But don't be too scared if you continue to study this. Continue to study, reflect, meditate. And most importantly, if we all try to always be in touch with the teachings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Although teachings nowadays they have very short duration, like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. And so this has a special power. It's very different from the other teachings given like people like me. What His Holiness teaches is very different. And you may not feel that. Actually, a broad structure is created, and that you will not fall into the wrong directions. This is something extremely precious with His Holiness's teachings. So, and then the more you listen to the same thing that His Holiness teaches, and some of you may think that, yeah, His Holiness already mentioned this last time. Don't think like this. Say the more you listen to this, try to see if you really fully understand it. Just check it, and then the more you listen to it, you will get a ground. And then you will see that some of you will meet with many teachers, right? And some of the teachings can really go haywire, really wrong direction. And you will see which are the ones who take you haywire. You can identify very easily if you have the the dome created by his own teachings for you. Dome to protect us, to not fall into the wrong hands. Okay, this is very important. Okay, good. So for the emptiness teaching, it is advised usually to teach it very systematically, that one does not fall into nihilism. So it says, 30. To those searching for ultimate reality, first one should say that everything exists. You're getting it? Everything exists objectively, right? Oh, good things exist, bad things exist, everything exists. Okay, objectively, it's fine, objectively. So, you do good things, you do virtues, happiness will follow. You do non-virtues, misery will follow. Objectively, yeah, it's fine, right? So at least you have a ground to see the functionality. You don't deny the functionality, and that is the true in a proper way. So it's for this reason that the Buddha's teachings, how many turnings of the will of Dharma there? How many turnings of the will of Dharma there? 3. What are there? The first turning, Four Noble Truths. Yes. The first turning of the will of Dharma, the Buddha in where? Varanasi, Sarnath. The Buddha taught Four Noble Truths exist. Buddha taught in great length the Four Noble Truths without rejecting them to be objectively real. In other words, the Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths to be true, objectively real. The first. So this is what it said. First, it says, the first, one should say that everything exists. The Four Noble Truths exist truly, exist objectively. Later, when they understand the meaning of, okay, the Four Noble Truths exist truly, truth of suffering, truth of cause of suffering. What is the cause of suffering? Cause of suffering can be tracked back at infinitum. And it's not just one cause, there are multiple causes simultaneously acting. And that too, you can just go at infinite, multiple interconnectedness. There's nothing independent. Gradually, it will automatically take us into emptiness. You're getting it? So it says that first one should say that everything exists. And then later on, when they understand the meaning of how dependent origination operates, the and are free of attachment, meaning that the knowing that the attachment can be freed, then teach the absence of objective existence. 31. With no understanding of the meaning of absence, but engaging only, okay, now say that the Arya Nagarjuna is warning us that they say without these systematic studies, first the Four Noble Truths, dependent origination, and dependent origination with the 3 levels of dependent origination, and then even the causal dependent origination, say the result today that we're experiencing, result of the previous cause, and that too because of the previous cause. You keep back in time, go back at infinitum. And also that the same thing the result is experienced because of multiple causes operating simultaneously. So there's nothing independently there. Everything depends on others. So if you don't follow the study in this form, just directly going into emptiness like what we did. Then Arya Nagarjuna is scolding us. Don't do that, right? Say 31. With no understanding of the meaning of absence, right? But engaging only in mere studies and failing to engage in meritorious acts, right? Such base people meaning Lower level, yes. Lower level. So who are the lower level? All of us, including me. Huh? All us. The base people mean the people in this, the low state of mind. Low state of mind. They are lost. Right? What do you do now? Okay, huge warning is given. I'm glad that warning is given. If I say this, you will not believe me. Right? Arya Nagarjuna said it. Wonderful. So, therefore the warning is given. Right from the beginning, they say, I give the warning. In what way? You remember? So what Arya Nagarjuna is giving the warning very strongly here, saying that we are the base people. Right? So forth, I gave the warning. What warning I gave you? No? Huh? Huh? Hey, what warning did I give you? Huh? What warning did I give you? Oh. No. No. So in fact, the Tashinamgila said something, and then I reminded him, and he said, yeah, he started smiling. You remember Tashinamgila? What did I tell you? 2 questions. You getting it? Hey, the 2 questions. Before we jump into emptiness, we have to resolve these 2 questions. Only if you only pass these 2 gates, then you go into emptiness. This is what I said. This is warning that I gave you. Arya Nagarjuna gave this one very strongly, saying base people. You're getting it? I do not say this. I just said that before you go into emptiness, you have to pass through the 2 gates. If you cannot pass through these 2 gates, don't jump into emptiness. So what are the 2 gates? What's the first gate? Huh? Do things exist? Do things exist? Right? Do things exist? What's the answer? Yes. If you say no, what's the problem? You fall into nihilism. This is not emptiness. No way. No emptiness. You getting it? Okay. What's the next question? Do things exist objectively? What's the answer? Someone is so excited. Do things exist objectively? He asked a correct question, and there's a glow there in his mind. And what's the answer? Yes. Okay. What's the answer? No. Only if you say no, then you're protected. If you say yes, you fall into absolutism. You getting it? Only if you pass these 2 gates, and always remember these 2 gates, then the danger is much less. You getting it? Good. Okay. By the way, we are studying. Yes. Kabir, you have something to say? Okay. They're failing to engage in meritorious sex. For example, let's say that there's nothing objectively real. What the Brahma said does not exist objectively. The good things don't exist objectively. Arising, ceasing, nothing exists objectively. Right? Good things arising. And then the virtues arising. Then the virtues give rise to virtues arising, give rise to the happiness. Non-virtues give rise to the miseries. They don't exist objectively. Then you stop doing all virtues and stop refraining from negativities. Stop doing all virtues. That is without not accumulating meritorious acts. So whereas if you say that, okay, by engaging virtues, by engaging objectively existing virtue, then you will objectively exist in happiness. Yes. At least you will do the virtues. Although it is tainted by the ignorance, but you will do the virtues, right? You will do compassionate acts. You will refrain from negativities. All these things will be done. So finally, you say, even though you don't know how this medicine helps you, right? Some children, they don't want to take medicines, but the parents skillfully give the medicines through something else with the chocolate, So if the medicine goes in, then the disease is healed, right? So when the person does the act, meritorious acts, this will give rise to happiness. With happiness, misery is mitigated. Misery is mitigated, then you can go into the the study of impermanence, suffering, selflessness, and so forth, dependent origination. Good. Okay. 32. The karma and the results and the realm of birth are explained. So, the Buddha, in order to make sure that the beings then don't fall into nihilism, because emptiness can easily, because emptiness, opposite of emptiness is objective existence. Belief in objective existence is like a chronic disease in us, chronic disease. So when you say that, say, there was a problem with the nihilism, is that when we say there's no object, okay, not problem with nihilism, say emptiness to be confused with nihilism, is that when you say that we are so addicted to seeing things as, okay, they say good things happen, good things means objectively existing good things. These two are seen as synonymous. If we say no objectively existing good things, the good things are non-existent. Because in our mind, these two are seen as synonymous. Good things and objectively existing good things. Bad things and objectively existing bad things. Right? So these two are seen as synonymous. When you say that there's no objectively existing good things, then you say, no, good things are not there. Right? Say, I, the person, and the object exists the I. When the object is the I not there, you think that there's no I. What happens to I? Right, Tasnamgila? Right? Huh? So we see that these two things are synonymous. It's not only with Tasnamgila, but with all of us. In fact, I personally remember when I was 21 years old, one of my teachers, Venerable, he was just in the mountains, more like hill above TCV school, meditating, and then Sundays I would go there as his translator, go there and seek his advice, and ask questions on emptiness, and just for the first time hearing about the emptiness. Just in words I already learned in school, but the real understanding, how things are empty of objective reality. This was what I was for the first time hearing. And then the IBD, Institute of Buddhist Dialectics, just attached to the main temple in Dharamsala. From there, the Sundays I have to rush. That was way before Sara College was started, way before that. So at that time, most of some Sundays, I have to rush to my teacher, Venerable, to translate for him, for his students. And then the appointment, the meeting was scheduled at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. And our morning prayer started at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7. And I have time, 1 hour to rush from 7 to 8. And sometimes the morning prayers get extended from 6 to 7 is the what? Actual, the duration. 6, and then the 7:15, and then my main teacher, Venerable Geshe, being the school principal, institute principal, he would then give advice. And advice, 6 to 7:15, already prayers extended, and the advice, 7:30, right, 8 o'clock I should be there, right? The mind was becoming so restless, what to do now, right? Then it's luckily 7:30 stops. Then no breakfast, just dash, right? And then sometimes I become so desperate. If everything's like dream-like, if everything's like illusion, like dream, why cannot not imagine that I'm there with my teacher up there, and there's somebody there who likes to come for shopping in the Maglurganj. They can think, we can swap, right? But it's never happening, right? So how come that everything is illusion, everything is dream-like, projected by my mind? No, it's not projected by my mind, it's real there, right? So all these thoughts can come to us. Okay, so to protect, then the danger is that you can slide into becoming indifferent towards the law of karma. Then you can disregard the law of karma. then one can engage in all nasty things, very dangerous. When one falls into nihilism, all nasty things can happen. So to protect from this, the Buddha emphatically taught the conventional truth. 32. The karma and the results. The Buddha said, yes, with the karma, they have the corresponding results. Right? Corresponding results. And it's not just to deceive us. It's not just to, for small children, right? For small children, how many of us we are being deceived by your parents? Saying that if you eat too much of chocolate, then your teeth will disappear. Or if they take the juice, the ear, the other boys and girls, your ear will become dry. Right? So children are scared. And they really feel like this. So the thought of drinking the extra juice or extra tea, whatever, then this fear comes. So they'll not do. Right? So these are all deceptions. These are all like a deception out of compassion. But what the Buddha taught here is not deception, because the same, if we do bad things, like the parents usually advise the children that go with good companions, don't fight with other people, right? Because if you fight with the other person will also punch you, and then you feel the pain. So don't fight with other people, be good. So there's a benefit there. Is there a benefit or not? There's a benefit there. So this is what the Buddha taught. That is not that nothing is totally non-existent, not nihilism. Karma and the results are very efficacious. 32. The karma and the results. And the realms of rebirth. The 6 realms. They're all, where you take rebirth, they all are explained. So you add, are emphatically explained. This word is there. Emphatically explained. Emphatic. E-M-P-H-A-T-I-C-A-L-L-Y. E-M-P-H-A-T-I-C-A-L-L-Y. Emphatically explained. Which means that, what is emphatic? Hey, emphatic. Strongly. Yes, emphatically explained. Full knowledge of the natures. Full knowledge of natures. How do we know the full nature? By knowing the dependent origination nature. How? With the cause. By depends on the cause, the result happens. How? By depends on the path, the whole comes into existence. How depends on the mental imputation, then things come to the origination, so forth. The full knowledge of the natures of dependent origination and the absence of origination are taught. And the absence, meaning that because things are dependent originated, objectively they are empty of origination. Subjectively originated, dependent originated means subjectively existent, which means objectively, independently they are empty. Independently there is no origination. And the absence of origination are taught. Okay. Okay, good. Next. So we see that what is ultimate truth? What is ultimate truth? What's ultimate truth? What is ultimate truth? Emptiness of objective existence. Good. That's ultimate truth. So let's say with the flower. Let's say with the flower. What's the ultimate truth of the flower? That the flower is empty of objective reality. This is ultimate truth. Then the next level truth, conventional truth, that this is a flower. That this is a flower. This is a conventional truth. And still and more conventional would be like, this is a chocolate. Is it chocolate or not? It's not chocolate. But people create these illusions. For example, like the what? How many of you will say that I say that this chocolate, you will say that, what is it? Stupid. Resents? Right? So this is what Amazon is doing. We never said stupid. Right? We are stupidified by the Amazon. Right? We are fooled by Amazon. They show you one thing and they send you something different. Right? In the yes, yes. In the what time, right? Okay, I shouldn't blame the Amazon. I mean, Amazon is also dependent originate. I really pity with the Amazon. Yes, that's true. But Amazon is included. Right? Okay. So why I feel empathy, the sympathy to Amazon? Because Amazon, there's no one office to say this Amazon, right? Managed by one person. No. Amazon is dependent on so many other shops. Hey, say we like to buy things from you and we'll get the order for you. It's all right, right? So, and then they make contracts, right? And finally, let's say that I ordered a bunch of candles, tea light candles. And Amazon gave a beautiful picture, the size, everything so meticulously done, right? And the size of each candle, the height, width, and how long the candle lasts. Everything meticulously done, pictures so beautiful. And I ordered it, and the price also good, reasonable. Ordered it. And the containers, they're so nice. Finally, what came was, it was just one pack with 100 pieces. And what came was 2 packs with 50 pieces each. But inside is very different. Of course, like say the what I paid is like maybe 1,000 rupees. And then this one pack, 2 packs came. One pack is like 300 rupees. And that is also not discounted. 300, 600. I paid 1,000, right? So then, wow. So now what should I do? Return, right? So return again is not that easy. It's not, again I have to spend time, right? And I don't get time here. Well, so look again, look. This is not in fact, I would honestly say that the real owner of the Amazon, the main shareholder of the Amazon will never do this. But Amazon depends on many other factors. Some shops and some shopkeepers, right? Not some shopkeepers, workers there. Workers there are least interested, right? Or we got the order of this, but we don't have it. So we have this, 50-50, you just give it, send it. And if something goes wrong, the Amazon owner suffers. You're getting it? So why should we have to make the Amazon owner suffer? Right? And where's the Amazon owner? There's no one Amazon owner. Again, it's the shareholders. Right? They are all dependent originated. And when that happens, I give up. So first of all, I'm the victim or I'm the perpetrator of the foolishness. I pull myself in the foolishness and trap. I get into the trap. So when you don't go into a trap, who to blame? Blame yourself. Why did you go into a trap in the first place? Right? Don't blame Amazon. Blame yourself. You went into the trap. Just go online, beautiful. You're trapped there. Right? So therefore I said, this is chocolate. You will say, stupid. So we have to tell ourselves we are stupid. Right? And with online shopping, we suffer this problem. Tell us, I'm stupid. Yeah. So this is the meaning of the fool. Okay. Okay. Good. 33. Just as the Buddhas have spoken of I, now say ultimately, if nothing's really there, ultimately, objectively, is nothing there, then why did the Buddha teach that things are there? For example, Buddha himself described himself as, when I was many lifetimes ago, I was born like this. Buddha himself narrated his past life stories, past anecdotes, when he took birth as the 500 lives of his own 500 lives when he before he realized, before he became the what is that? It is like, they call it the contaminated birth. When he had experience of the 500 contaminated births before he became enlightened from the past many lives. So he narrated these anecdotes. He shared that when I was the prince in this place by the name this, and these are things that happened. He shared all his life stories of the past. So, 33. Just as Buddhas have spoken of I and mine for a practical purpose, likewise they spoke too of aggregates. Buddha taught about the 5 aggregates, then the 12 sources, 16 elements, and so forth. Elements and sense fields, self meaning sources. Okay, you may be wondering what is sources. Okay. Let's say that first let me talk about the elements. 18 elements. If you know 18 elements, then the sense fields or the sense sources will become easy for us. 18 elements. These 18 elements constitute the entire universe. Everything in the universe is included in the 18 elements. Okay, let me explain what they are. The first thing is that they are the 6 objects. 6 objects. Then the 6 mediums. 6 consciousnesses. What are they? 6 objects, 6 mediums, and the 6 consciousnesses. What are the 6 objects? One is visual. Visual object, sound, smell, then taste, touch, then the mental object. For example, we talk about the future. You cannot see the future with our eyes. We cannot hear it. So the future is the object of your mental consciousness. You can think about the future. So we see that there are 6 objects. What are they? Visual, auditory, gustatory, olfactory, tactility, and the mental object. There are 6. What are they? Visual object, auditory, olfactory, gustatory, tactility, and mental object. In other words, what? Visual object, sound, smell, taste, touch, and mental object. These 6. So there are 6 objects there. And these 6 objects, how we get access to these 6 objects? We have the 6 windows. We have the 6 windows to get access to these. What are 6 windows? One is the eyes, window of the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mental consciousness. These are the 6 windows. Then there are the 6 monkeys who are peeping through these 6 windows. Right? There are 6 monkeys peeping through these 6 windows to get access to these 6 objects. What are the 6 monkeys? Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mental consciousness. There are 6 consciousnesses. And then that makes you, this is what we call as I get access to these 6 objects. Okay. In this universe, whatever there's in this universe, all are subsumed under these 18 elements. 6 objects, 6 sense, 6 mediums. Okay, first the 6 objects, right? 6. So what are the 6 windows? Eye sense power, ear sense power, nose sense power, tongue sense power, body sense power, and the mental sense power. These are the 6 windows. And the 6 consciousnesses which actually get access, like the 6 monkeys peeping through the 6 windows. These are the 6 consciousnesses. Okay. So, 6 objects, 6 sense sources, and 6 consciousnesses. 6 into 3 is 18. These are known as the 18 elements. Right? And anything that exists in the universe, you can just think of anything, should necessarily fall under one of these 18 elements. There's nothing existing outside these 18 elements in the universe. Okay. So the Buddha taught, okay, now let's see. Likewise, they spoke too of aggregates, 5 aggregates. So what we have the 5 aggregates. And then in the universe is made of 18 elements. And we get access to all these phenomena through the 6 sense fields. Sense fields meaning sense sources. So these are things that Buddha taught. Buddha taught that they exist. This exists. So the next is that the 34. Such things spoken of as the great elements, element of earth, water, fire, air. These four are known as the four great elements: earth, water, fire, air. Four great elements, and these are fully absorbed into consciousness. Now look, this is very important. Instead of absorbed, just underline this absorbed and replace it with the word subsumed. Subsumed. These are fully absorbed or subsumed into consciousness. Okay. Today, quantum physics talks about observer-observed relationship. Observed makes no sense independent of the observer. You're getting it? Observed, meaning objects. They don't make any sense without relating this with the observer. Observer-observed relationship. So, in the context of this psychology, what is observer? Your mind. Your mind. So it says that the four great elements, in other words, all these things that we encounter with, they are fully subsumed into consciousness, meaning that observer, with respect to observer, then observed makes sense. For example, like the dream contents. Okay, last night, what did you dream of? Anyone? What did you dream? What came to your dream last night? Quick, somebody, to save time. No dream. Yes. Skiing. Okay, you saw the snow. Then what is that? Steaks. Okay, and then what else? What dream did you have? Huh? Tree. Anyone else? No dream. Michael, no dream. Okay. Anyone else? No dream. No dream. Yes. Oh, mom, right? Okay, so your mom, the snow, the tree, they came to your mind. And then the moment you wake up, what happens? They all disappear. You're getting it? The dream tree disappeared, the dream snow disappeared, the dream mother disappeared, right? Which means that they are all nothing but a manifestation of your consciousness. Yes? The dreaming consciousness. Likewise, everything is nothing but a manifestation of your own mind, which is like the dreaming mind. Everything is like a dream. They all come from the manifestation of your own mind. So they're all subsumed into consciousness. Since they are dissolved by understanding them, meaning that since these four great elements, all other phenomena, since they dissolved meaning, in the ultimate analysis, what happens? Hey, in the ultimate analysis, what happens, Jumala? Yes, then the things dissolve, which means that in the ultimate analysis, the flower dissolves means the flower is empty of objective existence. In the ultimate analysis, everything dissolves means everything is empty of objective existence. You're getting it? Since they are dissolved by understanding them, understanding their true nature through the ultimate analysis, are they not falsely imputed? Objective, nothing's there. Your mind imputes. You're getting it? Or for example, let's say, if I say that, okay, let's say that, okay, you know Jigmela too well, right? You know Jigmela too well. Jigmela, raise hand. Yeah, everybody is so happy to see your face, right? You know Jigmela too well. So I said that, okay, today I'd like to introduce you to world-renowned Nobel laureate in physics. And you are too excited, right? And then I introduce Jigmela. All right? Everybody starts to smile. You getting it? Okay, right? So Geshe is joking. Joking meaning, what is said doesn't tally with the reality. What's the reality? Objectively, there's nothing really there. There's nothing really there. So I said something, and it doesn't tally with the reality, it is false. So therefore it says that are they not falsely imputed? You getting it? All the phenomena, they are falsely imputed because objectively there's nothing really there, and yet in a mind something appears. Okay. Then this is the 34 number. 34 is with respect to how say that while things are empty of objective reality, still things they function. They function on a subjective level. Things function, but don't say that no, then nothing exists. Everything is false. So within the falsity, there are two falsities: conventional falsity and unconventional falsities. Conventional falsities is where I say that I'm a Buddha. This is conventionally false, right? Whereas when you say that I'm an ordinary person, this is a flower. If you do good, happiness will follow. If you do bad, miseries follow. These are conventionally true. Okay, so false, but conventionally. Conventionally itself meaning false. Within the level of falsity, there is some degree of the true, and some are not true. And then 35 is related to what the Buddha taught. Inasmuch as the conqueror meaning the Buddha.
How do we really understand when it is said that the great elements are fully absorbed into consciousness?
Meaning, so I said not absorbed, it should be subsumed. Yes. Because these 8 elements, when you see that 8 elements, when you substitute ultimate analysis, what happens? Dissolve. But they appear. They appear. When you swap from the ultimate analysis, conventional analysis, they appear. They appear. So on that level it exists. On that level they exist. So they exist how? Through mere appearance to the conventional analysis. And conventional appearance meaning is like the dreaming, contents of dream and the dreaming mind. So when you wake up, I said, when you wake, what happens to snow? What happens to tree? Right? What happens? They dissolve. Meaning that they are simply the manifestation of your own mind. Likewise, the 4 great elements, they're also the manifestation of one's own mind. But what I would say is all of us, many people, they continue to throw questions, right? If nothing exists truly, if nothing exists objectively, then this question, that question. So at one point, say, don't restrain your questions. Your questions are very important, but if you come to a point whereby, right, your questions are being answered, still something your mind does not say yes. Let me repeat it. You continue to throw questions, and there's somebody who gives the answer. Provided the person gives you good answers, correct answers, right? Still inside, you feel that, okay, I still do not get it, right? So you may not have any more questions, or you may again come from a different angle, some other questions. But inside you feel still something is not connected, something doesn't really click. If this is bound to happen. If that happens, what is important is that we need something to hold on to. From there, then you go, right? What is that thing to hold on to? Is the flower. The flower. If you look at this flower through ultimate analysis, through electron microscope, right, which is more practically the acceptable. Electron microscope, you see a bunch of atoms. Yes. Okay. On that level, where's the flower? You're getting it? It's not really there. Okay. Then say it's not really there, and then you just see atoms. Okay. Now remove the electron microscope. I ask you, where's the flower? You know that it's just a bunch of atoms. That's it. You know that. You have the memory of that. Where's the flower? Hey, huh? Where? It's just a bunch of atoms. Yeah, of course, it's a bunch of atoms, right? None of atom is a flower, right? Okay, this is extremely important. Do you get something that is a bunch of atoms? First, you see if you can agree with me that this is just a bunch of atoms. Go on the atomic level, it's a bunch of atoms. Try to get there. Don't just intellectually say, yes, it's a bunch of atoms. Mentally try to experience it. That's a bunch of atoms. Try to get it. Okay, now, look at the flower. You see it's a flower, beautiful flower. Now I ask you a question, where is this flower, right? In the bunch of atoms. From the object, where's the flower? Right? Where's the flower? If you feel little uncomfortable, that you cannot give an adequate, good answer, how many of you feel that, of course I have to say there's a flower there, still it's a bunch of atoms, there's no flower, right? So when you give the answer, so either you may not be able to give the answer, or even if you try to give the answer, but you are not really too happy with yourself, presents. Yes, if that happens, this is precious. This little discomfort coming to you to say that the flower is there, it gives you a little discomfort, that is a ground. You hold that. Hold that, and from there, then you start, then you go. Then your experience emptiness will, many of these questions which otherwise you will ask, these questions will be answered with this experience. You getting it? Till you get hold of this, then these questions will be just ending. Particularly if you come from another tradition like Chittamatra philosophy, or say any other tradition like non-Buddhist tradition, even Buddhist tradition, Chittamatra, you come from any tradition where you have some degree of objective, the acceptance, then you will try, somehow you will not, your mind will be closed and not ready to accept the emptiness of objective existence. And say if somebody asks through questions, you will get stuck. Still your mind, as long as you don't open your mind, you will never get emptiness. This is very unfortunate. So, dogma can stop you from experiencing emptiness. So therefore, the constant mention of the dogma, maintaining open mind is so important. Okay, good. Yes.
About four again. Because over here it says that the great elements they subsumes under the
Consciousness.
So this will give a connotations or impressions. One might ask. So metal and consciousness, they are of the similar class. So like consciousness can be metal or metal can be consciousness. That kind of falsity understanding.
Okay.
So how to avoid that part? And then, follow the second part that are they not falsely imputed? So it gives the connotation that there will be an imputation that is correct because it's a falsely imputed. So you just need to correct imputations, impute. Then that will be the correct view.
Okay, we have to solve the first question. Till the first question is solved, the second question will not make any sense to us. So the first question is that it gives the connotation that the four great elements, what are they? Earth, water, fire, air. These are all matters. Matters are subsumed under consciousness, meaning that matter and consciousness, they are like the same. This is the connotation that we get. This is a literal reading. You getting it? Arya Nagarjuna's text, you have to study it very systematically and not just reading it yourself. If you read it yourself, and how I interpret all these things is on the basis of Acharya Chandrakirti's commentary. You getting it? I did not do it on my own. I can just reading it, I'm doomed to fall into nihilism if I don't rely on Acharya Chandrakirti's commentary. Acharya Chandrakirti's commentary, Acharya Chandrakirti happened which year? Which century? 7th century AD. 7th century. How many thousand years ago? 1,300 years ago. 1,300 years ago. Right? A brilliant, amazingly brilliant, enlightened master. So, I depend on his commentary. I do not depend on the Tibetan commentary. I depend on Acharya Chandrakirti, the Indian master, his commentary. You getting it? It's not about any tradition. It's about the authentic lineage of Acharya Chandrakirti. Okay, so therefore, the problem is that people read Arya Nagarjuna's texts and then say that this is nihilism. Just read for 1 or 2 days. But brilliant thinkers, they study Arya Nagarjuna's philosophy for like 30 years, 40 years. Right? And then some read, and then they conclude, okay, this is idealism, this is nihilism. So the point is that, say, these are fully absorbed in concentration, consciousness, meaning that these are seen by the consciousness. The 4 great elements, which are the building blocks of the external world of matter, they're actually perceived by your consciousness, or they're imputed by your consciousness. Because they're imputed by consciousness, objectively they're not there. So it becomes like the mirror and the reflection in the mirror. You're getting it? Mirror and the reflection mirror, for a simple example. But later on, even your understanding has to be upgraded. You're getting it? Example, mirror and the reflection mirror is not a good example, but at this stage, this is a better example. Or, if you want, I would say the movie projector and the movie in the movie theater. Movie projector and okay, you're watching a movie here. You're watching a movie here. I ask you, where is the movie? Okay, how many of you watched Titanic? Okay, Micah is so happy. Right? Your smile is very different from the rest of the smiles, right? Okay, so let's say Titanic. So you are watching a movie Titanic here. You getting it? You're watching a movie Titanic here. Where is the movie? On the screen. How many agree with Ajirji raise hands? The movie is on the screen. Where is the movie coming from? Where's the projector? Behind you. You're getting it? Movies on the screen, not from the screen. Movies on the screen, but not from the screen, is from the projector. You're getting it? Okay. So likewise, so from the projector means projector decides, not screen. Screen will not decide the movie. The movie is decided by the projector because it's coming from the projector. So likewise, the 4 great elements, they're like the movies. They're projected by the mind, consciousness. So the 4 great elements, they are decided by the consciousness, not by the screen, not by the object. You're getting it? This is the meaning. The 4 great elements, they're subsumed, they're like managed by the consciousness, projected by the consciousness. So therefore, it is actually the consciousness which decides. If the consciousness they are not there, then the 4 great elements do not make any sense. Okay, this is meaning. Good. Okay. Which word? I say, this is what I'm saying. So therefore, falsely has the connotation. What is the opposite of false? True. What's the connotation of true? Objective, independent. You're getting it? So, projected means not from the object. Not from the object means not independent. Not independent means not truly there. Right? So the example that I gave you is that, we have a Nobel laureate in physics, 2022 Nobel laureate. I'll introduce him to you, right? Who is that? Mr. Jigme, right? And then everybody smiles. Look, Sunamla smiles. Why are you smiling? Because what you said is not true, right? What I said is not true. Why is not true? What I said is false. Why I said is false? I said it, but in reality it doesn't tally with what I said. The example, this is the example that I gave. Again, what I said doesn't tally with the reality. So, what we project doesn't tally with the object. From the object, there's no 4 elements there. 4 elements simply projected by your conventional analysis. In the ultimate analysis, which is to see what is really there on the object, it sees that the 4 elements are not there. Right? Okay, I think we should stop here. Okay, Sonamla, the questions, if you can give me. Yes. Yeah. Okay, if you have more questions, the best thing is to bring them to me, right? Yeah. And if you have any questions, even about rebirth, right? Rebirth, law of karma, if you cannot accept them, don't worry, just bring them up. Bring them up. Thank you. Okay, there are several questions. I hope they don't repeat. I don't know what happened. Is there some papers, extra papers? Leave them here. Environmental friendly, yeah. So even this can be like proper paper. Card paper can be there. What's the difference? Card paper, small size, same size, but not like this. Does it help in the environment with this shape? Huh? I'm joking. Then that is environmental issue. All right? Okay. I'm not attacking you. I'm challenging you, Sonamla. Okay. Tiyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhiswa Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhiswatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhiswaha. Okay, I'm sure that some of us may feel a little lost over this teaching about this emptiness. You may feel a little lost. Yes, this is bound to happen. It happened to me also. It happened to many also. But believe it or not, you study it again, not necessarily this text, any text of emptiness, no doubt you'll be surprised to see that it becomes so easier for you. You getting it? The first time is always like this. You do the second time, you'll see this so easy. You feel the joy, very profound joy. Okay, this is what we need to keep in mind.